Soybean farmers are just weeks away from harvesting, but it is not the weather they're concerned about.
Because of U.S. tariffs, China, their biggest customer, is not buying. Michelle Tom tells us that puts them in a tough spot.
Like many soybean farmers this year, Mike Appert is concerned about harvest, and not because of the weather or yield.
And I think this year at soybean harvest, we're going to kind of witness, what can happen if you have a bunch of grain and no customer for it to go to.
In fact, he believes his crops will have to pile up in large steel bins rather than being shipped to the market. China has historically been the largest buyer for North Dakota soybeans. The state exported over 70% of the crop to China before President Trump unveiled this year's tariffs. Last year, soybeans sold for $12, but are now selling for $10. Appert doesn't want to sell them at such a low price and says that this year poses a unique challenge.
We always have futures uncertainty. We never know what the futures prices are going to be, but we can manage that. The tariff situation is a little harder for us because you can't hedge that or manage that.
North Dakota U.S. Representative at Large, Julie Fedorchak, believes that the Big Beautiful Bill will offset farmer concerns about tariffs.
So we're working on all fronts to help improve the bottom line for our farmers. We have record investments in agriculture and the farm program since 2002 in the One Big Beautiful Bill.
Justin Sherlock, who farms soybeans and serves as the president of the North Dakota Soybean Growers Association, says that he and other farmers hope for a good trade deal.
And it really is in the hands of the president. So, farmers, we're down to hope and prayers at this point. And, that's not a good marketing strategy, but that's where we are.
Appert will start harvesting in 2 weeks and says there are no sales on the books. He anticipates a bottleneck at harvest with weak basis prices and limited options for selling the crop. In Hazleton, I'm Michelle Tom reporting for your news leader.
Ag Commissioner Doug Goring tells us that from conversation with federal leaders, he's expecting new subsidies will be out by the end of the year, but doesn't anticipate they'll help farmers break even.